up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today I'm going to be discussing Barack Obama going full centrist mode. Now, here's the thing with Barack Obama. He has a different way of talking about centrism than other centrist Democrats, because he knows exactly what he's saying. And you're about to see what I mean, and I'll elaborate more once I tell you this quote. So, Obama said at a meeting, Democrats need to pay some attention to voters in healthcare. Agreed, they need to pay attention. But these voters don't necessarily have the same views as the activist left wing of our party. That's just straight up false. Because they know that Medicare for All polls at least at 65%. At least. Even Real Clear Politics said it's at 65%, when Real Clear Politics is like the alt-right wing website. So, other polls say 70%, or some even say in the late 70s. So, I don't know, man. Are you really suggesting that the voters don't really share the same values as the progressive Democrats? See, it's hard to break this down because this guy's very intelligent. He knows what he's saying. He doesn't even say the left or the progressives. He doesn't say Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren. He just says the activist wing of our party. And he doesn't even say Medicare for All. He just says, these voters might not have the same views as the activist wing of our party with healthcare. So he doesn't name anything, which means his comment could be interpreted in many different ways. And he seems pretty relaxed, and he speaks in a very slick and smooth way. So it's like what he's saying can be interpreted in many ways, and it's very convincing, because he doesn't sound all panicked and paranoid. He actually seems like a pretty reasonable guy when he's speaking. So again, with Barack Obama, I generally like him. I generally do. For example, he legalized gay marriage. He started Obamacare, which, isn't seen as great today, but back then was revolutionary. He did many, many good things. But then he also did a couple bad things. He, allowed drone strikes. I'm trying to think what else he did that was bad. There are a couple of things I'm not really sure. He withdrew from Iraq. He met with the Cuban president, who we haven't communicated with Cuba since all the way back in the Cold War. So it was cool. We kind of, we ended this isolated relationship with Cuba. So he generally did some pretty good things. Those are good things, but some bad things, for example, would be the continuation of drone strikes, not restricting Wall Street, just, a couple of, things like that. So, complicated character. I definitely like him more than dislike him, because he isn't a full-on centrist. He's more of a moderate. So, he, again, has come out and said, you know what, we should go, he's basically indirectly saying Medicare for All is a bad idea. So again, he speaks in this way where it can be interpreted in many different ways. So he's indirectly saying that it's a bad idea to run a Medicare for All because voters don't like it. Well, that's actually false, and I don't know if he knows it's false or he just genuinely has no clue about it. But I feel like he's a generally pretty knowledgeable guy, and he knows exactly what he's saying. Which is actually, in a way, even worse than just not being intelligent. Because it's worse to be dishonest than to just, be lost, to just not know what you're talking about. He says we should go against Medicare for All. No, we should fight with Medicare for All. Are you kidding me? When over 2/3 of Americans want Medicare for All, we should fight for it. Because what are politicians supposed to do? Politicians are supposed to fight the American people. Fight for the American people. Whoa. That sounded kind of off. So, if you are a politician and you're fighting against Medicare for All, you may as well say you're fighting against the American people. Because that's what the American people want. Put aside your personal opinions and recognize that, this is what you have to fight for. But people like Barack Obama might not understand that because he might be a bit too on the corporate centrist, possibly out of touch side of things. So, I don't want to have to keep continuing to explain how popular Medicare for All is, because it does get kind of old eventually. Thank you for watching this video, guys. See you guys later, and bye.